We're going to get started over at the State House. That's where lawmakers are putting millions of dollars more into the SNAP program.
All right, Josie Frost has more on why the agency needed more money to keep the program up and running and the impacts of changing federal rules.
Don't give up. These programs are too important for you and your family.
Sue Berkowitz is with the South Carolina Appleseed Legal Justice Center. Under the new budget, the state is paying an additional $34 million to cover more of the overhead of SNAP. After last year's One Big Beautiful Bill Act said the federal government would only pay 25%. Berkowitz says continuing to fund that program is vital.
So for somebody who has limited resources, who really, this is part of their budget, imagine if part of your paycheck just didn't show up.
But more could be coming down the line. Starting in October of 2027, the law will require some states to pay for part of the cost of the actual benefits based on their error rate, which measures whether households got the correct amount of their SNAP benefits. If South Carolina does not lower its error rate to below 6% by then, the agency said it would have to pay between $70 to $200 million extra. DSS asked to hire 30 new employees, which it said in its budget request would help get that error rate down. But Sam Aaron with the South Carolina Policy Council argued if the agency is getting more money, it still needs real policy changes that could reduce errors.
You know, it seems like this is kind of the default response whenever there's an issue somewhere. It's like, let's spend more money on it, let's hire new personnel, rather than looking at, the policies that we're doing and seeing if we can make some changes that would, yield better results.
Josie Frost, News 19, WLTX.
So much. The law also changed the requirements for who has to work in order to maintain those benefits. That went into effect earlier this year. But for more information on those requirements, you can always rely on our website. It's a great resource, WLTX.com.